All right. As promised yesterday, Tuesday, today's video is going to be a really quick walkthrough through the guided instruction piece of lesson 12, just so that when we come back together tomorrow, we can move right into guided practice, which will probably take the majority of our time together. So hopefully you had a chance to see yesterday's video where we did, or were present for the live stream, where we explored the modeled instruction and the introduction piece. If not, go back and look at those first just so you have a bit of context for where we are now. All right, so this is page 113 right there. And let's get to it. All right, so it says, read the editorial about ice climbing, use the close reading and the hint to help you answer the question. So just for a quick framing of reference, if you're not sure what an editorial is, it's a piece of writing usually submitted to a publication where an author just presents their opinion on a topic. They submit it to newspapers typically, sometimes magazines, but it's just a person who's got a very specific point of view on a topic, and the editorial is their place to submit it to a publication that's generally got a wide readership and people get to read their thoughts on it. All right, so let's see. So it says for our close reading, well, first let's read and then we'll go to our close reading hint. All right, Worth the Risk by Chris Lau. Ice climbing is a dangerous sport in which people attempt to climb frozen waterfalls and icy mountainsides. Keep in mind, again, our theme for these lessons was extreme sports, and we've been focusing on ice climbing. Training and proper equipment along with protective clothing are essential, but they are not enough to guarantee safety. Even experienced climbers continue to be injured and killed while participating in this high-risk sport. Goodness. And they're asking, do the thrills outweigh the risk? When an ice climber is buried under an avalanche, emergency responders are dispatched or sent out at great expense to the community. If by luck the climber survives, it may take months or even years for him or her to recover. Are such costs worth a few hours of excitement? Ooh, okay. So we are definitely getting a sense, hearing those words, of what the author's point of view might be on this topic. Let's look at close reading to see what they are asking of us. All right, so it says, consider the title and the words the author uses in the editorial's first paragraph. Circle words and phrases that help us understand the author's point of view. So let's consider the title, Worth the Risk. I would say that gives us a strong indication right off the bat of what the author's point of view might be. Ice climbing is a dangerous sport. All right, so right off the bat as well, those are some words or phrases. The word dangerous here is going to let us know for sure that this author has a very specific point of view about the topic of ice climbing. Dangerous sport, let's see. If we keep going, training and continue to be injured and killed while participating in this high-risk sport. So again, we've got danger, we've got high risk, and I know they say to just stop at 1, but let's look at 2 down here as well just to see what we find. Do the thrills outweigh the risk? When an ice climber is buried, emergency responders at great expense to the community. So if an ice climber is injured, it says emergency responders are dispatched or sent out to help them at a great expense to the community, meaning that if the emergency responders are going out, then if there's an emergency in the community, then obviously they're not going to be there to take care of it because they're out rescuing these ice climbers. So again, they asked us to look at 1, but I think those words would help us as well. So words or phrases that help us understand the author's point of view. So the author, is this sport even worth the risk? It's dangerous, it's high risk, and potentially a great expense to the community where people are practicing the sport of ice climbing. So those are definitely some words and phrases that help us understand the author's point of view. And if you had to take a guess right now, looking at our other lesson from yesterday where we were talking about positive and negative point of views, I'm going to wager a guess that you are also probably thinking about the fact that this point of view, or what this point of view is, positive or negative. We'll get to the response in a couple minutes, but for sure, yeah, strong feelings one way or the other. So let's go down here, and they're asking us to circle the correct answer. So what is Chris Lau's point of view about ice climbing based on these words that we chose? The hint says, how would you describe the author's feelings about ice climbing? Is he simply providing information, or does he have another purpose? Good point. So is he simply providing information? What do we think? Or does he have another purpose here? And I would wager to say there is a purpose here for what he is talking about. If you just wanted to talk about ice climbing, he could tell you the places where you could go, best times of the year, maybe give you some equipment recommendations. But this does not seem to be that, where we are just getting information about, if I want to go ice climbing, like tips and tricks. Like, this definitely has a motive, an agenda, a purpose behind it. So let's look at option A. So he admires the bravery of people who participate in the sport. Is that going to be an accurate representation of his view about ice climbing? Admires the bravery of people? He's saying that this is a high-risk sport, it's dangerous, and wonders if it's even worth the risk. So I'm going to say, and I think, we could agree looking at the text that there is not a lot of evidence for admiration here. I don't believe he's admiring anyone. It seems like he actually might believe the opposite. Instead of maybe admiring these people, maybe a bit of, just condemning them, or like, ugh, like you guys might not have a lot of sense. So A is not going to work for that reason. All right, point of view here. So keep in mind, we're looking at point of view. Is it going to be something that's positive, or is it going to be something that's negative? So he strongly encourages people to get the proper equipment and training before ice climbing. So he says training and proper equipment are essential, but they're not enough. Let's see. So we have strongly encouraged. There is a point of view there, sort of. I don't know if it's the most accurate, but let's see what else is down here. So option C, he questions the wisdom of people who think the thrill of climbing is worth the dangers. Oh, this word here, questions. When I see the word questions here, that brings me back to the title. Remember when they asked us to consider the title and the words the author uses? So this question right here, worth the risk, there is a connection here. He questions, and then the question is presented in the title of the article. Is this worth the risk? So there's a strong possibility. Let's look at D before we make any final conclusions. He downplays the high cost and serious risk of the sport. No. If we go right back to our text right here, while participating in this high-risk sport, that is the opposite of downplaying. Downplaying would just be like, oh, go ice climbing, maybe you'll get injured, but maybe not. So he definitely does not downplay it. He says that it's a dangerous sport and a high-risk sport. So this, for sure, doesn't work. So not a contender at all. So let's go back to B and C. He strongly encourages people to get the proper equipment and training before ice climbing. So let's go back to this hint. How would we describe the author's feelings about ice climbing? Is he simply providing information, or does he have another purpose? I feel like the providing information piece would be strongly encouraging people to get the proper equipment before trying ice climbing, but I don't believe that that's going to be the strongest indicator of his point of view. So yes, he says that they're essential, but if we look here, they are not enough to guarantee safety. While he does say that we should have those proper equipment, there's nothing here about the fact that even though the equipment is present, the sport is any safer. So I think we can cross that out and go here with C. And again, the strongest indicator for me there was when I see this word, he questions the wisdom of people. Because right here, again, at the top of the text, he starts with, is it worth the risk? And then this final sentence here, are such costs worth a few hours of excitement? So again, the cost of this dangerous high-risk sport that's a great expense to the community, is that worth a few hours of excitement? So those pieces of text, I feel like, are going to be what is most evident in his point of view, questioning the wisdom of the people who think that thrill is worth the danger. So we're going to go ahead and say that C is our response here. And also, I think now we can conclude after reading all of this that he does not hold a positive view. That point of view is going to be negative. He's not really thinking that people who are participating in ice climbing are going to be smart, intelligent people who are really taking their safety seriously. All right, so gotta do some shuffling. All right, let's get to the writing. Oh, there we go. All right, so it's asking us now, look at the answer we chose above, right here. And we chose C. Explain which words and phrases in the editorial helped us identify the author's point of view. So here we go. So looking at the editorial title, first thing, so looking at the editorial title, worth the risk, worth the risk as well as phrases like high risk, and great expense. Oh, I'm realizing that. Forgot dangerous as well, but yes. So high risk, we'll say dangerous. There we go. Dangerous and great expense. Suggest the author has a negative point of view. Sorry, I'm going to move down here. About ice climbing. And move that in a little bit. There we are. Yeah, so go ahead, make sure we get this done because tomorrow we are moving on to guided practice. See you then.